Hello and welcome back to another battle report for 9th Age Fantasy Battle. Today, Saurian Ancients will battle against Demon Legions. I'm Alex and you're watching Winterwolf Miniatures. Yo, what up? And more cool slang and whatever.
What's up with the vanilla fame?
You never know how to start the videos. It's always awkward and weird. It's been a while since I did a battle report, and there are many reasons for that, but you are not interested in those. The game you're about to see took place sometime around Christmas, I believe, so it's not exactly new. So I've been having it in the pipeline for quite some time. I wrote this script that I'm reading now earlier this week, and going through the pictures and my notes from the game, I think I remember enough to make a somewhat decent battle report. Hopefully. If you have never seen one of my battle reports before, I do them quite differently and try to keep them short. Some say it's the best battle reports in the world. Others say it's not. We play 9th Age Fantasy Battle, but I try to make the videos interesting and somewhat easy to follow for anyone with just some understanding about miniature wargaming, I guess. The army lists are never made for a specific matchup, and we always roll for deployment and secondary. So let's go!
Okay, let's go.
We roll for deployment type, secondary objectives and sides, and it's refused flank and spoils of war. I'm not happy with that at all, because he has a very sturdy core, and I would gain from having the full width of the board to easily be able to flank him. Obviously. I'm not sure any of my blocks can I'm not sure any of my blocks can confidently beat one of his blocks in a head-on one-on-one fight. So yeah, let's see how this goes. What's even worse is that he is choosing sides, and he shows the top left corner, which means I have the side with the impassable terrain in the middle here, and the huge ruin at the top right corner, which of course hinders my movement abilities even more. He deployed pretty much his whole army here in the middle, and his Thyroscutus along with some skinks protected his flank. He scouts even more skinks on the left flank, and the battle can begin. Saurian's turn 1. The skinks moves forward to be able to shoot, and the Thyroscutus and everything else moves up just a bit. Fate's Judgment kills 3 Myrmidons, then the shooting kills 2 more, and a Brazen Beast on the left flank. Demon's turn 1. Thinking my Brazen Beast is lost no matter what, I decide to at least get good use of them, and put them here, in his face. This forces him to do something, and I sneak up my Myrmidons behind them, ready to handle whatever the aftermath of that something might be. I fail to cast Whispers of the Veil on his Thyroscutus, with a miscast on once, but I get Spectral Blades on my Brazen Beast instead. The Hope Harvester shoots some big lizards, and that's the end of my first round. The Myrmidons still haven't found a spy hiding amongst them. Saurian turn 2. The big lizards, whatever they are called, want to charge the hounds, but they end up not doing it. The Stegosaur, whatever that's called, try to fight the Myrmidons but fail. And the Thyroscutus charge the Brazen Beasts. The skinks in the middle, that's including the skink hero, shoot at the Hope Harvester and makes 2 wounds. And the other skinks shoot some Myrmidons. The Thyroscutus and the Brazen Beasts makes a couple of wounds on each other, but no one dies, and they stay locked in the fight. Demon's turn 2. I find a way out by charging the skinks in the middle. Manne is angry at himself for not seeing that opportunity, but in his defense, I probably couldn't have done it if he hadn't shot so many Myrmidons dead in the previous shooting phase. Fleeing would be a no-brainer, but his unfortunate placement of the rest of his army means they will flee straight through his entire army and exit the board in the top right. But he can't let me charge my Myrmidons there and decide to flee anyway. So that's the first point for me. The skinks leave the board and my myrmidons redirect to his closest skinks. The Furies, the flying things, flies in to block the big dinosaur lizard thing here. In the top right corner, the hounds wanted to fight the lizards and charge them. But they flee. Cowards. I cast Whispers of the Veil on his knights in preparation of blasting them with the Hope Harvester, but that's dispelled. So I cast Know Thy Enemy on my Myrmidons instead. The Hope Harvester shoots at his knights, but without Whispers, the shots wound on a 4-up, and he makes all his armor saves, so no wounds. The Thyroscutus finishes the Brazen Beasts, and the Myrmidons blast through the Skinks, but doesn't overrun far enough to get to the Thyroscutus. If they ever could, I don't remember if they could. Saurians turn 3. The Thyroscutus charge the Myrmidons together with the Skinks, who provide some much needed ranks. The Stegodon smashes into the annoying flying roadblock. And the Knights charge the Myrmidons with the Omen of Savar, despite the spell. The magic and shooting phases were pretty uneventful, and in the combat phase he kills many Myrmidons. And I respond with killing 2 whole riders. Somehow. On the left, the fights are a lot more even, and we stay as we were, with a couple of dead on both sides. Demons turn 3. I was so screwed over in the deployment, and here it shows really much. It's turn 3, and there are 2 important combats on the board, which I instigated none of. And I have no counter charges this turn. My units are just constantly not where they need to be. The Hope Harvester could have charged the Saurian riders, I guess, but with its 4 close combat attacks I feared I only give him more points. I had nothing to shoot, so I marched it away, clearing the way for the Brazen Beast the next turn. The Blazing Glory flew home, and the hounds fail-charged the big lizards. I tried to buff my units in the magic phase, but whatever I got, it didn't help, because after this combat it's down to the Omen against the Knights, and only the Harbinger against the Thyroscutus. His big dinosaur thing is down on only 1 health, by the way. Saurians turn 4. He charged my hounds with the Skinks, and that's pretty much it. Then he kills the Harbinger and the Omen of Savar. After I did no wounds on him. Again. Somehow. Demons turn 4, and I finally get to charge with the Brazen Beasts. The Hounds made it, and the Blazing Lord charges in to assist. With its armor penetration 5, it should be able to handle that big lizard thing in there. You know, if it could get there. 3 once in the charge range, though, means it goes nowhere. And believe me when I say I wish I was making these rolls up, but everything I show you in my battle reports are the way they were. Or at least if I remember it correctly. I never embellish or add stuff that is not true. I simply have a knack for rolling dice like a moron. Especially when doing battle reports. It's fun, obviously, but I sometimes fear it's not believable. Anyway, moving on. The Brazen Beast should manage those lizards, right? They've successfully flattened everything I've sent them into so far, and he has only 7 health points left, so it shouldn't be a problem. Well, a man could dream, I guess.
A man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Somehow, 3 lizards survive and don't flee. Skinks kill the hounds, so in Saurian's turn 5, the Skinks and the Stegodon big dinosaur thing countercharges. And just to add injury to insult, the Skinks kills the Hope Harvester. Demons turn 5. The only unit I have left is the Blazing Glory, so he charged the Skinks. Because, why not? It turns out that the big damn lizard dinosaur thing in there has, of course, some skink archers riding on its back. And those take 2 wounds on me with their stand and shoot reaction, taking me down to 3 HP. And more importantly, offensive and defensive 6 instead of 10. I don't kill the big thing, and it kills me in return. And that's this game finished. The Saurian Ancient has been nerfed like crazy since their army book rework, but I still believe them to be quite strong. But as I've said throughout this video, the main thing that fucked me up this game was the deployment type in connection to what army I faced, and the side I got, and simply being out-deployed. Manne is of course a very good and a very experienced player, and this is one of his strengths. If he gets to choose side, he will take full advantage of that. I'm a somewhat experienced player myself, and I often have sneaky schemes and secret battle plans, and mostly control the board and my opponent's movement. But as you saw in this game, I didn't do anything else than passively reacting to his plans. I have a very offensive army, and he responded by deploying as far forward as he could, and forcing me back, and in the end only let me have one single charge. So very well done, Manne. I won't bother to calculate the score, but feel free to do that if you want, and post the results in the comments. Saurians of course claim the secondary objective, and my guess is 19-1 or something. And speaking of the comments, feel free to share your thoughts of the battle report, of the game, or whatever else you might be thinking about. For instance, I always love hearing where people are from, but I'd also consider your wishes and requests for future matchups. We have pretty much all the armies for 9th Age battle available. If you liked the video, please feel free to check out my other battle reports, and there should be a playlist here somewhere now, appearing on screen soon. If you don't liked it, feel free to check my other battle reports out anyway, because you might change your mind. Remember to hit like and subscribe, and that's even more important for you 9th Age fans, because these videos, while very fun to make, are created especially for you, and there are so few of you, so please keep them worth doing. And that's it for me today. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon.